is up, man? This has been an amazing journey talking through You Like It Darker by Stephen King. We have been going through all of these short stories. So if you've been hanging out with us these past few weeks, you probably know we have been dropping what we're calling mini, micro, small, shorter, whatever you want to call episodes. And they tend to be just, we're trying to keep these between, 15 to 30 minutes long. And it's really just us talking through one of those stories because we realized it would take us few months to get through
forever
to get through the You Like It Darker book. And so we didn't really necessarily want to do that because there's a lot of books out there that we want to read with our friends, and that is you. So welcome to the Nerdy Reads podcast, micro episode number 3 for You Like It Darker. Today we're talking Red Screen. Robert, what's it about?
Red Screen's gonna see Wilson and Sandy, a married couple whose marriage seems to be on the rocks a bit. Wilson's become more forgetful lately. Sandy, she's been complaining a lot more than usual. Wilson's a police detective and he gets a call to report to the station to interview a murder suspect, Leonard Crocker, who believes that the person he killed is not the person she was believed to be.
Yes. And so this one I found to be very interesting. We talked a lot about Lori being one of our favorite newer stories. This one I didn't like as much as Lori, but this one is up there for me. This one I liked quite a bit. A really, really cool premise. And so the beginning of it, here's this dude. He's a cop, right? And he's going in to interview this dude. And like you said, he said that he didn't kill his wife. And the whole time, you're in his mind as he's sitting there interviewing this suspect. And he's like, oh, well, he's trying to get off with a insanity plea, or he's trying to do this, or, I'm wasting my time here. And in the whole time, I feel like, at least from what I perceived from this story, is little nuggets are getting planted into his own mind from his personal situation, just a little bit, right? And so I found this story to be actually a pretty cool one. And he did a lot in a very short period of time here.
This book was only 10 pages, and in 10 pages, King left me satisfied and hungry for more from this particular universe. This was a tease. Aliens, I love aliens, dude. Leonard, the guy who's the criminal, he stabbed his wife in the stomach 3 times and just watched her bleed out. But he's pleading his case to Wilson that, hey, my wife was possessed by an alien. She's not who she says she was. This alien took over her body, and trust me, this person in your life appears normal for a while, but then they start to become short-tempered and critical. And like you touched on, he starts drawing these parallels to his own life because his wife's becoming short-tempered and overly critical about him in these last few months. So he lets Wilson know, I searched this theory on the dark web because, dude, you got to believe everything you read on the internet. The red screen theory. And King doesn't really outright specify what that theory is, which I think is part of the brilliance of this short story. Leonard mentions he got the red screen, but only for a second or two. And that's all he says about the red screen theory. So I was like, what in the heck is this? As I continue reading, I was like, is this aliens, or is this guy really staying grounded in reality? And he is just insane.
Again, like you said, this is 10 pages, brilliant, very well done. And so there he goes. He interviews that, and then he goes home. He interviews him as he's talking through all that. He goes home, talks with his wife, and you could tell just kind of in the way he continues to reflect back a little bit that that's on his mind. Hey, my wife has been different. There's been all these things kind of going on. But then they have a special night, and things seem to be great. Right? Things happen, if you will. Things that happen between the married folk.
Hey, dude, they had the best night together they've had in 8 months, he said.
There you go. Yeah, in 8 months. So that's quite a while to go between having a good night with your spouse, So,
and then,
go ahead.
At the end of that great night, Sandy kind of makes his confession, hey, I'm sorry for the way I've been acting. I've been going through menopause, and I know I'm only 39 years old. And I thought that was a nice twist, dude. I was like, okay, this to me was going to be somewhat of a predictable story. I just thought she's going to be an alien. but she's just like opening up to her husband about something she's going through, and she's apologizing for the way she's been, and they're trying to reconnect. I was like, "Aw,
she is an alien."
I know. That's where it went from. I went from, dude, he almost had me. I went from oh to oh, okay. Yeah, there you go, dude. Way to make me think it's predictable, and then go, oh, dude, he got me. Oh, wait, he still got me.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
brilliant,
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny because it's like he's talking to his wife, shares the story with his wife about this dude. Like, hey, this is what this guy's saying in the police station. And, he's crazy, but, he said he killed his wife and saying that she was an alien and he saw all this stuff. And then she then gives him the best night he's had in 8 months. Toasty! And then she mentions the menopause thing. And the whole time, I'm like sitting here thinking, and maybe I'm warped, but I wasn't like, oh, I was more like liar, alien, distraction, smoke screen. That's what I'm thinking the whole time. So King didn't get me, bro. He didn't get me. Not with this one. And then when I saw the red screen at the very end, I was like, there it is.
Yeah, they said like the screen flashes red, and they didn't really go into the theory. So I don't know if this is all electronics, but it happens specifically on 2 cell phones. So Sandy reaches over Wilson and turns the lamp off. And when she does, the phone screen near them in the bed, like for no more than a second, he said flashes red. And then I think it describes Sandy like smiling in the dark or whatever. To me, dude, very effective short form horror. Like I would like more from this universe. I'd read an entire book based on this premise. Stephen King shouted out Invasion of the Body Snatchers in this, which I thought that was cool. Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
He's done that a lot in this book, I feel like, where he's kind of recalled either like a classic story or book or movie or even music. I feel like King has utilized nostalgia a little bit in some of these short stories to trigger something in our minds. But then, I look at this too, and some of these short stories, and I think you mentioned this maybe last week too, is some of these he had created a while back and even released a while back. So some of this might be in real time too. I don't know. I don't know how far back some of these go, but so I do dig some of those moments where he plugs in, different things from his, music or movies or books or whatever, comics even. He talked about comics with Grandpops, in Slide In Road. So he's done a lot of that in this, and I think those kind of callbacks are cool.
Yeah, dude, I'll shout out that one house elf in our Discord that she called the red screen they live, but with the menopause metaphor. Solid.
Yeah. That's good. All right, man. Well, you ready to go into the lightning round with this one? It's 10 pages,
Before we do that, can I ask a question?
You can ask a question.
Dylan, did you read the book?
Listen.
We know. We already know. When my man can't even give us a solid answer, we already know.
Are you sure you know?
Oh, I know. Go ahead.
Are you 100% sure?
Did you read Red Screen?
Hey, bro. It sounds like you're giving me the... So Robert right now, he's thinking again. He's like, oh, you got me. Sounds like you're giving me the... You lie, okay? But guess what? I didn't read it.
I already knew. Hey, listen, dude. I read right through that the whole time. Everything in my mind is going, smoke screen, liar.
I was hopeful. I'm just gullible, man. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. Good luck to you. Menopause. Aw. Dylan, dude, I hope you read Rattlesnakes and jump in on the discussion next week.
Yeah, bro. Read Rattlesnakes, bro. Read Rattlesnakes. All right, here we go. Let's get into this lightning round. We got first question here. Why did Leonard kill himself?
Self-explanatory. Look at that name.
Wow. How about of Mice and Men, bro?
Man,
what's wrong with that?
I hope we don't have any Leonards listening to this show, bro.
All right, dude. So we didn't really mention in the book segment, like, the police detective gets a call later that Leonard was in prison or whatever, and he offed himself with a ballpoint pen of all things, right to the jugular.
Yeah.
Wow, what a way to go. I think the dude did it. Either A, maybe the aliens didn't want him telling their secret and they mind controlled him and an alien jumped in there and did it. That's the story I want to believe. But B, dude was probably just messed up. I mean, he had to kill his wife because he knew what she was. So he was just, I mean, dude, yeah, sad, but aliens.
Well, he was talking about, dude, he was talking about how the aliens were taking over, that they were going to take over the world and they were doing this slowly. This was an invasion.
He wasn't going to be here for that.
Yeah, he didn't want to be here for it. That's what I'm thinking. Next, would you read a full-length novel with this premise? I'll answer this one first because you've already sort of answered this. The answer is absolutely yes, I would.
Without question. Dylan, what about you? Would you read a book based on this premise? I couldn't get you to read 10 pages this week, but a whole book. Can I get you?
Sure.
Well,
there you have it.
That's a half-hearted yes, so whatever. But dude, 100%, I would read a full book with this premise. 1, aliens. 2, I like the red screen thing. I think that's creative.
Yeah,
3, I like the fact that it is a constant who is, who isn't. I think would be fun, especially because, he revealed quickly that the wife could potentially be, but if there was a fact that if it was longer, he probably wouldn't have revealed it in 10 pages. You would probably be lingering, 3/4 of the way through the book wondering, was his wife an alien or not, to get the big reveal that maybe she is or isn't or whatever. I think there's a lot of things you could do with this that would have made this a really cool, longer story. But, I mean, did a great job with it in 10. So I'd read more.
Heck yeah.
All right, here we go. Last one. We can all react. We can all respond to this one. Dylan, we'll start with you. How would you react if you saw the red screen on your phone if you were hanging out with your friend's spouse or a lady friend?
Can I set the stage?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Dylan, you're at Applebee's. You're chilling.
Why does Dylan look like an Applebee's kind of guy?
He does. He's hanging out with Harrison.
Yeah.
Harrison's like, hey, bro, I'm going to order you an appetizer, whatever you want. And you look over and his phone flashes red. Harrison gets the red screen. What's up, dude?
I'm ordering some mozzarella sticks.
Is it after 9 o'clock, though? Is it half price?
Yeah, they have price.
I hope so.
There ain't no reason to order mozzarella sticks if it ain't past 9 o'clock,
Yeah, bro. It's like $12 now.
In this actual situation, I don't know what stage you were setting there, but in the actual situation,
I want you at Applebee's, red screen on Harrison's phone.
In that situation, I'm ordering mozzarella sticks because what better way to go out than eating mozzarella sticks?
Sure.
Now, if I'm with a spouse or lady friend, in the situation, all of a sudden the red screen on the phone flashes. I would be wondering, I would be kind of like, I just had the best night in 8 months with a red screener. I'd be freaking out. That's weird. Am I the only person that finds that weird?
You're saying he had the best night of his life with an alien?
Yeah.
And that's weird?
Yeah. How'd you not know?
What do you mean? I mean, it looks like his spouse. She looks, she sounds, all the things.
What?
It's not,
bro, I set the
it's not
stage
like she
at
all of a sudden,
Applebee's.
it's not like all of a sudden she has snake scales or anything.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. I set it's not the movie Slither, bro. I set the stage with Applebee's and you took it to the bedroom after some Dollaritas.
That was what the book was about.
I mean,
I was
that's what
saying
the book
the
was
book
about, though.
situation.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're. Hey, Dylan. Hey, we're locked in, bro. I get what you're saying.
It depends on the
But
situation.
the answer to your
Those are two very different
question,
situations.
the answer to your question though is, if you've been lingering for 8 months of misery, and all of a sudden there's a moment, there's a little bright light shining. Yeah, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, dude, the drought's over. I don't know. You probably aren't thinking about it too much, you know?
Yeah.
Guys, that's what this book is about. This is a little bit more, hey, it's fine. It's fine. We're keeping it PG still. We're still keeping this PG. We're good.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks, Dilla, for taking it there. Hey, listen,
there, it wasn't me.
Dylan. It's all Dylan, guys. This really is Dylan's fault that we've ended up in the gutter somehow. Robert, what are you doing, bro? If this happens,
We're not friends no more. That's it,
Really?
man. If I'm in this established universe, I know the red screen's a thing. I've had cell phones since their existence. I ain't never had the screen just turn red out of nowhere. So I buy into the red screen theory off the rip. We do sightings of the week here. I'm a believer. We're not friends. In fact, I'm fighting for survival. Now, I probably won't outright like off you yet. But if you come at me, I'm going to defend. Yeah, dude. Aliens.
says the red. Did you say you Googled the red screen? So
No.
the red screen of death is a real thing.
Eh?
But it's like they call it the RSOD, red screen of death, full screen error message that can appear on various systems.
I've never seen. So I know that Xbox 360 used to get the red ring of death.
Red
Yeah.
ring of death, which was the worst.
And I've heard of the blue screen of death. I didn't know about the red screen of death.
Yeah, bro. So apparently it's like a real thing, but it's an error message. So there you go.
Yeah.
So listen, I didn't mean to steal that from you, Dylan. If this happens, I'm hanging out. I'm just moving out.
Hey, I like it.
And I see the red screen of death. It's over. I'm gone.
And we're not friends no more.
We ain't friends, bro. We ain't spouses. Actually, I love you, Maggie, even if you're an alien. All right, here we go. Final three words. Final three words. Go ahead, Robert. What do you got?
Aliens are everywhere.
Ooh. My final three are going to be, hey, this is a 10-page banger. 10-page banger. That's all you need. It's great. Toasty! You're the worst. All right, guys. Oh, man. Dylan, me and Dylan, we're on the same page, bro. Robert, you're gone, bro.
I guess so, man. I read a different book than you guys did.
You are in a different universe. You know, you went through a portal. We talked about portals last week. Robert went through a portal. All right, guys, listen. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys for this week's micro episode. Don't forget, regular episode is dropping this coming Thursday, where we'll have all the normal stuff that you used to. New Stuff Cafe, nerdy news, Dylan's advice, all of the things that you love about the Nerdy Reads podcast outside of just books. But we've been really enjoying these micro episodes. We hope that you are too. And so that's really all we got for you today. Hey, here at the Nerdy Reads podcast, we enjoy a good story. Believe your story matters. So be good to each other. Stay nerdy, our friends. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.